Welcome back to James Parker Sculpture. I'm James, and in this video I'm going to create a sculpture of a pear by stacking and balancing about 2,000 pieces of rock. So come with me to the workshop and find out exactly how I got on. If you're visiting my channel here on YouTube for the first time, this is the kind of thing you can normally expect to see here on my channel. If you're not already subscribed and enjoy seeing beautiful things being made, then smash that subscribe button and don't forget to ring the bell so that you never miss another video. Hello and welcome back to James Parker Sculpture. My name's James, and in this video, as I said in the intro, I'm going to build a huge sculpture approximately 6 foot high, weighing around 2 tons, of a slate pear. This pear is going to be built by shaping and stacking approximately 2,000 pieces of stone. Then to finish the sculpture off, I'm going to use a piece of wood which I'm going to model to make a stock, and then have that cast in bronze. If you saw one of my recent videos, you'll know that I've spent approximately 60 hours shaping most of that stone. It always takes a bit of fine tuning to make those pieces fit together, but a lot of the work has already been done. One of the first things I want to do is make sure I'm working at a comfortable height and make sure that everything's level. These small points, like keeping this area level when I go to start building, are actually really important, because if you think about it, if this wasn't level, maybe only 2 or 3 degrees out, but then I go to build the sculpture and get the top perfectly level, when I then go and set up a base in somebody's garden to position the sculpture on, and it is perfectly level, I go to put the sculpture on top of that and it'll sit off to one angle, which really wouldn't be worth thinking about. So this is the slate that I'm going to use to build this pear out of. This slate's from Vermont. It's green and it's really smooth and it's excellent quality slate. I really enjoy working with it. Once I finish building this and put the sculpture in position, the colour doesn't tend to change too much. And so that's why I use it for making almost all of my apple and pear sculptures. Now that I've shaped the curves onto most of these slates, all that's left for me to do is cut the angles back so that when I go to start building with them, they'll fit neatly together. Now that I've put the angles on these slates, as you can see, they'll fit together nicely when I go to place them around in a circle to begin building my pear. I've got lots of work to do, so let's get started. I'm not sure if you can see on camera there, but as I'm building here, the pieces of slate might look the same thickness to you, but often they're not, so there's quite a lot of changing pieces of slate around to make them fit. This piece of slate here is slightly thicker at this end than it is at the other, so I'm just going to change that out for another piece. So that's one layer down and approximately 200 layers to go. I'm going to speed things up a bit just now and slow them down later on and explain a bit more to you. It's just occurred to me that after the last video, somebody asked in the comments, what is the purpose of the spike on the back of the slater's knife? Well, the spike is used by roofers when they're putting slates on a roof in order to make a hole like this, so that the slate can be attached to the roof with a nail. As you can see, this hole here is actually very precise, and it's in fact been made with a drill, but the traditional way would have been to have used a slater's knife. Hello, good morning. It's another beautiful morning. I've just come back into the workshop and always go away thinking I wish I'd got a bit more done the day before, but when you come back you realise how much you've actually done. It makes you feel a bit better about the day ahead. I'm almost at the widest point now, and I have to be very careful because as I bring these lines up here, I don't want to get to a point where I start creating a flat spot. The turn is so gradual, the lines are almost straight on the edge, but they really never should be straight. To create a flat spot really wouldn't be good. So I'm trying to be careful not to do that. And then when I actually do get to the widest point, which will be in probably 3 or 4 layers time, I then obviously have to turn the corner and start bringing the slates back in again. Another thing that you'll see is that I take the slates and instead of laying them this way up, I'll turn the slate over this way, and then because the slate's cut back like this, it'll create a shadow in the other direction. Quite often people ask me, why have you used one colour of slate up to a certain point and then changed to a slightly different colour? And it's not that I've changed colour, it just looks like that because the light is reflected in a different direction. The slate itself might look right, but sometimes a shadow between the slates can actually look like a hole or a void. I'll take that off, dress it differently, or change the slate and put it back on again. Now there's no substitute for the amount of hours I put in, so let's get back to work. Right, well, now that the pear's finally getting there, as I talk about so often, those last few slates are so important. Let's get the forklift out of the way and then I can get a better look at what's going on and make as good a job as possible of finishing this. Now at the beginning of this video I said I was going to get an old piece of wood and shape it into a stock, then have a mould made and cast it into bronze. That's the process I've been through to create this stock. I actually made my first one of these quite some time ago for another slate pear that I made, but because I still have the mould, I've had another one cast and I think it's going to look just perfect on this pear. Now I can't fix it in place just yet, of course, because the slates have not been fixed together. But when this pear is delivered to the beautiful garden for which it is destined, the slates will be fixed together, and then at that point I can add this stock. For you guys at home, here's the pear that I made earlier. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, then smash that subscribe button. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're safe, I hope you're well, have a fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon.